video of the world's worst snow kiter, which you can find at Forbes.com. So the world's worst snow kiter joins us now.
That is so embarrassing. You know, we went with a group of about 3 dozen techies. It was an event organized by Bill Ty and Sarger of Charles River Ventures.
Yes.
And they brought a bunch of, you know, geeks, engineers, entrepreneurs, CEOs to Utah this winter to go snow kiting. I have never snow kited before. Clearly.
Yes. Nobody's ever snow kited before because it's like a made-up sport. Explain why you were doing that in the first place.
Well, there's this trend here in Silicon Valley for people, you know, entrepreneurs. They all love kiteboarding, which is basically being pulled on by a kite on water.
There we see some video of it.
Richard Branson does it. Larry and Sergey from Google, they kiteboard, and that really sparked a trend here in Silicon Valley. So now we're just taking it to a whole new level, which is snow kiting and doing the same thing except on snow.
This comes obviously out of kite surfing, which had been a very popular sort of young dot-comer sort of sport as well.
Exactly, and now I think they're hooked on snow kiting because.
What attracts them to this? It looks like you could hurt yourself.
Adrenaline.
Yeah.
Adrenaline, and I think that the risk involved.
You document a great number of CEOs in your Personal Best series doing interesting things outside of the, but they do tend to be adrenaline.
They're all adrenaline junkies.
Which
if you
I guess
think
is no
about
surprise.
no, because if you think about how much risk is involved in starting a company, you know, they're these risk takers.
It's probably a good way to reduce stress
It
and
is.
kind of compartmentalize work from hard play and still have the thrill.
As CEOs see this, they're going to say, "I want to be on Forbes," and and hey, look what I do. At some point, they're going to just start inventing things because
they already are.
They already are. Yeah. Because,
completely.
What have you?
Well, there's paraskiing. It's where they're actually taking pretty much a hang glider and they're taking
making those
off
snow
cliffs.
kiting guys look like wimps. Snow kiting is so last year.
So soft.
Oh, it's just for wimps. Now jumping off a cliff with skis. That's
no, but you know what? They don't even have to invent sports because you have sports like underwater hockey.
Lyndon Rive is a big underwater hockey. Solar City. He's been a guest on this show. So
and that's
explain.
Actually how I found out about
we have video. Yes. Oh, did you really? Okay. Video. Explain what we're seeing here.
And right here, I'm playing underwater hockey. It is a real sport.
Sure it is.
Internationally. No, seriously. Even though all of the equipment involved is actually handmade except for the snorkel and the masks. But Lyndon Reeve, CEO of Solar City, plays underwater hockey. He started playing underwater hockey when he lived in South Africa.
Yeah.
And that's actually where he met his wife at about 15 or 16 years old. He taught his wife, or his girlfriend at the time, how to play. She became so good that when they decided to move to the U.S. and they wanted to get their citizenship, become citizens, she actually became a citizen because of something called an exceptional ability. And so
to play underwater hockey?
To play underwater hockey, and now both of them play for the U.S. national team.
Now explain. So he gets
There is
his
a national team.
Lyndon Rive gets his green card as South African, based on his wife's ability to play underwater hockey.
Correct.
And goes on to then employ hundreds of people in California with solar technology.
He was already on his 3rd company here, and he still couldn't get it.
Which seems like something you'd testify before Congress.
Let me tell you a story.
Let me tell you a story about a guy who cannot get a green card, employing hundreds and hundreds of Americans, but his wife plays underwater hockey.
And then he becomes a citizen.
All right, well, I think we have time for one more video. Let's see what they pull up, because you've done quite a bit of it.
Yeah,
right,
okay, so
this is self-explanatory.
Okay, so you have to know ahead of time, that's Corey Lavelle. He's the head sales guy for Connect Solutions here in Silicon Valley. And he is a professional aerobatic pilot. He actually travels around the world doing air shows, and there I am going upside down. And you have to know, I am actually scared of flying. And so doing this, I was shaking the whole time. I was going to send my photographer up there alone just to do this with them.
You look remarkably poised, actually.
I was going to say, that was a great smile, yeah.
We actually had to take duct tape and we put it on the wing with a flip video camera.
I was going to ask you,
Did you tell flip video down?
Why don't these guys mountain climb or parachute, or why don't they do something like that? I mean, is it just that they've closed on, or it's passé?
Well, you know, they're adrenaline junkies, but you do have folks. You have like the CMO of EMC Corporation, a big storage company, and he races Miatas. Not his Porsche 911, he races Miatas because they're easier to crash. You have even Mark Benioff, CEO of Salesforce.com. He's a rock climber. So you do have some that actually have some very, very basic skills. Enrique Salem, CEO of Symantec, he is a competitive cycler. So there's some normal sports.
Well, in fact, you've got one other video you can show us, and that is of real, actual hockey.
Right, ice hockey.
Regular hockey that people are familiar with. Which CEO plays that?
And this is a woman. So this is Susie Lee.
Right, so that is unusual.
She is the Chief Technology Officer, or one of the Chief Technology Officers, or CTO of Hewlett-Packard. And I actually made her dream come true. I had no idea that one of her dreams on her bucket list was to actually play against the San Jose Sharks. And thanks to the San Jose Sharks, Ken Arnold, he helped make this happen. And she actually scored the winning goal.
Kim McNicholas, where do we find all this video? On Forbes.com, I'm guessing.
/personal best.
Fair enough. We'll be back in just a moment.